Now we would like to give the floor to Mr. Zheng Guoguang, Secretary General of the National Disaster Reduction Committee and Director of the Leading Group Office of the State Council's First National Comprehensive Service of Natural Disaster Risks. Along with him, we have Deputy Directors of the Comprehensive Survey, representatives from the Ministry of Emergency Management, Mr. Chen Sheng, Mr. Yu Haifeng, Deputy Director from Terrain Survey Department of the Ministry of Natural Resources, and Mr. Xu Qi, Head of the Department of the Housing Quality Inspection, Ministry of Housing and Urban Rural Development, and Mr. Huang Shihua, Deputy Directors of the China Meteorological Administration. And also, we welcome Mr. Wang Ming, who is an expert in the emergency management field from a professor from Beijing Normal University. Now the floor is given to Mr. Zheng Guoguang. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends from the media, good morning. I really want to thank you for your concern for the first National Comprehensive Service of Natural Disaster Risk after the 18th CPC Central Committee. The CPC Central Committee, with Comrade Xi Jinping as its core, has paid more attention to the disaster relief effort, and with Comrade Xi Jinping has came up with more national strategies and more requirements to build a national comprehensive survey of the natural disaster risk. On the October of 2018, President Xi Jinping has upheld the first plenary sessions of the Central Committee's national meeting, and he has enlisted the natural disaster survey as one of the priorities for our country, and this is also one of the 9 priorities to mitigate the natural disasters. He emphasized that if we are going to launch a comprehensive service on the natural disasters across the country, we have formed a national leading group starting from the year 2020 to the year 2022. And we have conducted the first national level comprehensive survey of the natural disaster risk. And this is an effort led by the staffs in the State Council. And for this time's survey, our major target is to understand the basic pictures of the natural disaster risk. And we also want to have a very clear picture toward the meteorological risk, fires, earthquakes, among other different 6 categories of the natural disasters. And we also want to figure out the different figures in the demographical distributions, tertiary industry, and other different stakeholding informations. This is going to give us a better understanding towards the regional disaster relief effort. Second, we also want to have a clear understanding towards the disaster mitigation effort and the comprehensive understandings of the natural disasters and comprehensive disaster mitigation abilities. And that is how we are going to come up with regional plannings and also the suggestions toward different regions. Thirdly, we are going to build a technical supporting system in the natural disaster relief front. We have built up an indicator system for the natural disasters according to the different regions and according to the different categories. The basic database has also been built in the areas of the risk evaluations and the regional evaluations. We have also came up with a comprehensive natural disaster surveying mechanism And the result is going to lay a firm ground for the emergency treatment of natural disasters in the future. And it is also going to provide some of the reference for the insurance toward the natural disasters. It is also going to help the future social economic development in China in the field of the prevention and control of the natural disasters to better protect the life and properties of the general public. This time's survey is a very important national survey which can be demonstrated in the following 4 fronts. First, it covers a wide range of areas. We have estimated the potential risk factors, the potential triggers of the disasters. Second, we have involved multiple different institutions. At the national level, we have worked together with 17 different national institutions. All the different provinces and counties have been participating in this comprehensive survey. Thirdly, we are working with both horizontally and vertically in the political system. We have surveyed and we have evaluated different regional factors, and this is a huge working amount. We need a comprehensive technological supporting system and a software system to evaluate the potential risk. We believe the difficulties and also the key areas of this national survey is about the coordination effort. We have conducted a national leading regional participating survey mechanisms, and we have done a really good preparational work. After that, we entered into the pilot stage of this survey, and we have applied some of the technologies alongside the survey, and this is also going to help us to translate the data into reality. After the joint effort, we have made very positive progress in this field. We are working together with different levels of the provinces, cities, and also counties. They all formed a governmental leaders group, and they have also organizing a special department to survey the potential natural disasters, and they have also came up with potential plans in order to avoid any natural disasters. At the state level, we have also formed a special management committee and also technical supporting team to organize the trainings and also giving more technological support to the provincial and city levels and county level government. Secondly, we have formed a very comprehensive mechanism supporting all the different institutions. We have also came up with a survey-related technical guideline covering 80 different areas and 45 different technical guidelines. And we have also came up with 1+N software system. The 1 is referred to the supporting softwares, and also the N is referring to all the different relating institutions software. And this means that we have generated a software system which can be logged through one identity. We have also came up with a quality control system which give the indicators for many different frontline and stakeholders. And we have also came up with 421 different indicators and measurement during the natural disaster survey. Thirdly, we have explored the models for the natural disaster surveys. All the different regional governments, alongside with all the different representatives from different industries, have formed their natural disaster risk survey group. And they are also working together with the third party to enhance the constructions of the surveying team. And they are also initiating the grassroots level organizations. And they have also came up with very good natural disaster risk surveying models. And the preparational effort and also the promotion effort has been widespread. Definitely, we are seeing that the progress is not even across different regions, and people's awareness towards the target, importance, and also the latest progress of this natural disaster risk survey has not been fully spread. This year marks a very important year for this national natural disaster risk service. We are going to continue the mission granted by General Secretary Xi Jinping forward. And we are also going to coordinate all the different databases to come up with a guideline and our database. And this is also going to lay a firm ground for the comprehensive understandings of the natural disasters. At the same time, we are also going to better serve the regional and local government. And we are going to celebrate the 100 years anniversary for the CPC party with our effort. Now the floor is open for questions. Please, thank you very much, Mr. Zheng Guoguang. Now the floor is open to questions. Please identify your affiliation before your questions.
您好，南方都市报记者提问。我们注意到全国31个省区市和新疆生产建设兵团的122个县普查试点主体任务已经完成。
Among the 31st provinces and municipal cities and Xinjiang autonomous regions, we have finished the thorough work. What kind of experience have we accumulated during this time's national survey? Let me answer your question. This time's National Natural Disaster Risk Survey is the first time that we have conducted in this area since the founding of People's Republic of China. It covers a wide area and initiated multiple different stakeholders and institutions. It is a real task for all of us. Although some of the departments or institutions has really done some of the surveys in the natural disaster risk front, and they have some of the experience. But for the majority of the department and also governmental institutions, they are the first time participating in such an effort. And they also need to set up some of the project according to the requirement for this time. Since we have a huge difference in the national technical requirement, it is very difficult for all the stakeholders to work under one guideline. That is the reason why we have conducted this effort to survey alongside the pilot project. We selected 2 different pilot areas. The reason for us to select these 2 different pilot areas is to testify the guideline and trying to explore the ways and methods that we could conduct this time survey. And we are also going to explore a full industrial chain and also the matching capacity. We selected 120 different counties across the 31 different provinces and autonomous regions in the country, and we believe the pilot project is designed to testify our technical requirement. And this is also going to help us to explore the future methodologies in the local surveys. And this is also going to train our surveying team. The successful result of this time's National Disaster Risk Survey is laying a very important foundation for the future effort. After 1 year of the pilot project, our National Natural Disaster Risk Survey has made some of the progress. Firstly, we have a clear understanding across the different governmental institutions. During the pilot project, the 3 different layers of the CPC, government and the party has a clearer understanding toward it, and this has laid an important foundations for the progression of this time. With the emphasis at their mind and with the clear awareness of the importance of this time's survey, I believe all the different participants have formed their governmental late surveying group, and they have also came up with a special technical team. And with sufficient fund guaranteeing their running, this is going to lay a firm foundation for the future effort. Secondly, we think this time's National Natural Disaster Survey is being participated by multiple fronts, multiple institutions, and it is also very important features of this time's comprehensive survey. The survey's leading group and also leading committee is working as a coordinator of this system. The multi-industry, multi-fronts is coordinated under our mechanism. This is also going to avoid any discoordination in this system. And once there is any lagging behind, we could actually solve this problem with a multiple department, multiple institution system. We believe the local government is going to be the major entities during this time's national survey, while other different institutions is also going to lead their professional areas to let their professional knowledge play their roles. At the same time, we also want to let the grassroots level government to play their roles. During this time's pilot project, at the county level, the county government is organizing, while the industry are leading, and we have also divided the mission into different participants. So, in a pilot project in the Fangshan County of Beijing, there is around 4,000 local government staff participating in the pilot project. Fourthly, we have also let the coordination effort fully played in the different institutions. At the provincial level, we required the provincial government to deliver a fruitful result by delivering the data. This has guaranteed a highly efficient progressions of this year's surveying effort. Thirdly, I believe it is a very comprehensive and professional service this time. No matter at the national level or provincial level, we have formed a technical supporting team. We have also emphasized the coordinating effort in the different institutions. We believe that we have formed a very standing committee for the technical support in terms of the quality inspections, software systems, and also the database systems. All of it needs to went through the quality inspections. Once any flaws were detected, we are going to check the technical supporting team once again. In the different institutions, alongside with the State Council's National Survey Office, they have came with the training brochures. And for the State Council's National Surveying Office, they have organized 2 times of the training sessions for representatives of the different industries. And for the different industries, they have also organized the trainings respectively. We have also came up with the training theme according to the different time slots, according to the different topic, and we have also uploaded the training videos and also the training brochure online to let all the trainees have a clearer understanding. According to the initial understanding, we have organized a training covering around 1 million staff. Fourthly, we have also emphasized in the progressions of the national natural disaster comprehensive risk, because the natural disaster is dynamic, while the evaluation alongside with it is also very dynamic. We actually want to improve the national effort to mitigate and relieve in front of the natural disaster. This is also going to better help us to protect people's livelihood, people's property in front of the natural disasters. Through this national comprehensive survey, we are going to have a clearer understanding of President Xi Jinping's ethics on the comprehensive improvement of the natural disaster mitigation and relief effort. This is going to be a part of the national strategies. Through the national survey, we are going to have a clearer understanding of the potential natural disasters, and we are also going to improve the local government's levels of awareness toward the potential natural disasters and emphasize the values of the natural disaster relief effort. We are also going to initiate all walks of life to be a part of the disaster mitigation and relief effort. We are also going to improve people's awareness in the mutual relief and also in the community level relief effort. This is also going to consolidate the result of the reform in the CPC Central Committee. During these times, National Comprehensive Natural Disaster Relief, we have came up with the single software, single guideline, sharing of the data into the different institutions. That is how we were improving the scientific way of conducting the national level information sharing. Through this time's survey, we are also going to exercise the disaster relief mitigations professional team, and this is also going to enhance our national ability to face with potential natural disaster. And this is also going to help us in the registrations of any natural disaster prevention and mitigation related projects. We are building a national level standing committee for the dynamic management of the natural disaster prevention and mitigation. According to the pilot project's result, we have updated the data for the pilot project into the local government's database system. This is actually helping the local government to better manage any potential natural disaster risk. Thank you very much. With CUMG, Ministry of Emergency Management. This question is directed to the Ministry of Emergency Management. What kind of role did the Ministry of Emergency Management play during this comprehensive national natural disaster risk survey? Thank you very much for your question. We'd like to direct this question to Mr. Cheng Ren. Thank you very much for your support in the emergency management. The Ministry of Emergency Management has emphasized the importance of such a national comprehensive survey, with our Minister Huang has upheld it several times meetings to organizing a very talented team in this effort. During the national guideline for the natural disaster relief effort, it has clarified the three different missions for the Ministry of Emergency Management. That is to say, we are responsible for evaluate the important natural disaster occurring areas, and we are also responsible for the researching back into the historic natural disasters. And thirdly, we are also responsible for the comprehensive natural disaster mitigation effort. So far, we have done 4 preparations in 4 different fronts. First, we have organized a very coordinated team for the different levels under the Ministry of Emergency Management. It has enlisted this natural disaster risk survey as their yearly top priority work. They have also organized a permanent working committee. Secondly, we have done a really technical support. We have organized 10 different surveying guidelines in the minings and in the other different coastal areas. We have also published 10 different quality control brochures in the national level, in the provincial level, and in the county level. And we have also come up with a very good system managing the latest progressions, database collections, among other different areas. Thirdly, in the first half of April, the system has undertaken 38 different missions covering 10 different catalogs. We have testified our technical supporting plans, technical supporting guidelines, and also we have testified how do we protect the staff and people's livelihood. We have also tested the accuracies of the software system. Initially, we came up with a pilot database covering the national level comprehensive natural disaster relief. According to the historic data of the important areas and stakeholders, we formed multiple evaluation systems and multiple modules. We have developed the software system by working together with Beijing Fangshan regions and also Shandong Rizhao Lanshan regions. We have launched into the pilot project. Thank you.
谢谢主持人，我是上游新闻的记者。我们都知道，我国是地质灾害多发的国家。
Thank you very much. With upstream news, we all know that China is a country suffered from the multiple natural disasters. Can you give us a brief introduction toward what kind of effort have we done in the prevention and mitigations of the geological natural disasters? So how do we further translate this effort into the reality? We are going to direct this question toward Mr. Liu Haifeng from the Geological Condition Department, Ministry of Natural Resources. Thank you very much for your kind question. The Ministry of Natural Resources have emphasized the importance of the natural disaster relief. Our minister himself has been the leader of this working team, and he have required all of us to be a part in such a national natural disaster relief effort. The important task for potential geological condition triggered natural disaster is to figure out any potential risk. And this is also going to lay the firm foundations for the future effort. Compared with the previous natural disaster risk survey, this time we have emphasized the after-disaster relief toward the pre-disaster preparations. We have also transformed our ideas from the pre-disaster, post-disaster relief effort toward the pre-disaster relief effort. Geological natural disaster, the survey in the front of the geological natural disaster is designed to evaluate and rule out any potential risk. We have divided the risk level into 4 levels: extreme risk, medium risk, and also the lower risk. After comprehensive coordination efforts, according to the requirement from the different levels, we have divided the regions into the ordinary disaster relief effort, the extreme disaster relief areas, and We are also forming a full levels government dynamic alarming system. We have also came up with the guidelines for these 4 levels of the government, and this is also going to help the local government with the reference information to make a very scientific decision during the disasters. So far, we have finished the pilot project in the county level. This is going to prepare for the follow-up effort, and it is also going to help us to copy the experience in the county level government. Moving forward, the Ministry of Natural Resources is going to follow the guideline from the State Council, and we are also going to finish 1,000 different pilot projects in the different county areas, and this is also going to support the first comprehensive natural disaster relief survey. You have also mentioned what kind of effort have we done. We all know that our country is one of the biggest victim across the world in front of the natural disasters. In order to deal with the potential natural disasters, Ministry of Technology has came up the prediction mechanisms for the short-term alarm, medium relief, medium mitigations, and the long-term prevention effort. We have also came up with some of the 72-hour and 48-hour alarm by working with the National Bureau of Meteorology. We have also launched an encrypted alarming system in front of the extreme weather condition. For the high-risk regions and high-risk seasons, we are firmly implementing the guidelines directed by the General Secretary Xi Jinping, and we have focusing on the coordination effort. Firstly, we are using the remote controlling system covering the air, the land. Also, we are trying to figure out where the risk is. Second, we have conducted a very detailed survey toward the land.
3是构建人防加技防并重的地质灾害群专结合监测预警工作机制，最大限度地对滑坡体等地质灾害隐患可能成灾的时间进行研判，及早预警。4是区分轻重缓急，分步实施工程治理和避让搬迁，消除风险隐患。5是组建了66名国家级专家队伍，在汛期分省驻守，加强汛期技术指导，并根据风险。
55 different meteorological experts to work on the different river conditions according to the risk in the different rivers. We have dispatched expert team to give the guidelines.
谢谢总台央广记者提问。那么，据了解呢，这次普查将首次实现对全国城。
Thank you very much. With CCTV, according to our understanding, this time's National Natural Disaster Comprehensive Risk Survey is going to cover the city level and also the county levels, especially covering the housing qualities. We all know that the housing is a widely covered area, so how did you guarantee the quality of this time's survey effort? So we are going to direct this question toward Mr. Qu Qi, Director of the Housing Quality Management from the Ministry of Housing and Urban Rural Development. Thank you very much for your question. The Party Secretary of the Ministry of Merhat has really emphasized this effort, just as you have mentioned. For this times in our natural disaster comprehensive surveys, the major feature is that it has covered a really wide area. We have combined the space influencing factors, and I believe the housing is the mostly widely covered areas. In order to finish the requirement, we started our work in the following 4 fronts. First, we have relied on the coordination effort in all the different survey conducting committee. The principle behind it is national leading, governmental responsible, and multiple participations from different industries. All the different levels of the Ministry of Housing and Rural Urban Development is going to implement the requirement from the state councils, and we are going to let our professional knowledge to play their roles. And if we have encountered any problems, we are going to report it to the National Survey Conducting Committee. Second, we have also relying on the joint effort from the multiple different institutions. This is the first time that we have conducted such a comprehensive national level natural disaster risk surveys, but we are working together with the educations, transportations, and also telecommunication department, and they have accumulated some of the natural disaster mitigation and prevention experience along together with the data. So I kindly invited all the different levels of the Housing and Rural Urban Development Department to use these basic data to transfer the internal, to finish the internal work. And thirdly, we really want to thank the general support from the public. The importance behind such a national natural disaster comprehensive survey is going to be supported by the general public. I believe all the different levels of the Ministry of Housing and Rural Urban Development is going to rely their effort on the general public. And this is also not only going to help us in the surveying effort, but it's also going to help us in the future mitigation and preventions of the effort. Fourthly, I believe the construction structures and also the housing features is a very professional areas. We need to build a very coordinated effort in the data-related areas, and we have organized the trainings and the quality inspections in the different fronts. Our ministry is also going to organize the experts to support all the different levels of the government. Thank you. Thank you very much with Haibao News. Data supporting is the lifeline for the time's national survey. How did you guarantee the quality of the data this time? So I'm going to direct this question to Mr. Chen Sheng, who is the representative of the Ministry of Emergency Management. Thank you very much for your question. What you said is right. The quality of the data is a lifeline for the national level survey. In order to guarantee the quality, we are enhancing our effort in the following 4 fronts. We are trying our best to organize the very good database supporting teams. I believe the National Surveying Office is working at its core, while all the different provincial governments is responsible for the qualities of data that we have included in the system, while initiating all walks of life to be a part of the database. Second, we have given a very good technical support through the whole process quality control for all the different industries. They have came up with different quality inspections with a comprehensive inspection system. The content and also the requirement has covered over tens of the areas. During the software system, we have came up with the quality inspection softwares and quality inspection systems to let the software to inspect the data itself. Thirdly, we have built up a level-based surveying system, and we have built up a 4-level responsible systems in the national level, in the provincial level, in the city level, and in the county level. According to the mechanisms of the county level submissions, inspection by the city levels, and double check by the provincial level, while recognized and approved by the national level requirement. Every single level of the government have the responsibility to inspect and double check the data quality once again. And fourthly, we have initiated a responsible system. All the data is going to be traced back according to its origins. For any illegal behaviors during these national surveys, we are going to expose this illegal behavior and trying to avoid any potential risk. I'm also going to report to you the work that we have done in the housing area. Housing is the major task during these times of national survey. So to guarantee the authenticity of the data is also a very daunting task facing in front of us. We have done the effort in the following front. First, we adjust the technical requirement. We have came up with the national level requirement. We have also optimized the different indicators to make sure that it is easy to be collected, and it's also going to support the future evaluation effort. Secondly, we have also have a clear understanding toward the data qualities and the data inspections requirement, and we have clarified the responsibilities for the different levels of the government. And thirdly, we emphasize the inspection functions of the software system, especially when collecting information related to the housing sector. For level-based and submission-based database control, we enhanced the quality control all the way through. Fourthly, we have summarized the pilot project's experience, and we have came up and published several different guidelines, and we have done several different training sessions online and offline to let the local government to have a clearer picture toward our requirements. Thank you. With Hong Kong Zhongping News, these times of a national survey toward the natural disaster is a multiple ministry effort. So how did the State Council's National Survey Committee has coordinated the effort? I'm going to direct this question toward Mr. Chen Sheng. Just as Mr. Zheng Guoguang has mentioned, the difficulties for this time's national level natural disaster survey is about the coordination effort. That's the reason why the State Council's surveying group has coordinated the effort in the following 5 fronts. First, we have paid attention to the top-level designings. We have organizing the working committee in the 4 different provinces to report to the relevant institutions by designing a very good top-level mechanism. We have summed up the data sharing list to make sure that all the different effort is going to be coordinated. Second, we have emphasized the guideline, and we have also built a department-related system. For every single Thursday, we have upheld some of the online live streaming guideline training sessions. We have also developed technical supporting methods. And we are also going to inspect the data quality and an irregular timeline. Thirdly, we are also working on the quality control area. We came up with the data management system, and this is how we are going to have the different industries. Toward the self-inspection, we are combining the human and manual inspection together with the software inspection. Fourthly, we have initiated all the different fronts. We have printed and published the guideline, and this is also going to give the local government a clear understanding. We have also built up the special website and the national level natural disaster service, and we have also printed different brochures and also the bullet posters. We have also published some of the advertisement. We have also done some of the advertisement in the media. This is also going to improve the public awareness toward the natural disaster relief efforts. Fifthly, the Survey Committee of the State Council has upheld it 1 meeting 1 week. And for the monthly meeting, we invited the representatives from the provincial level to be a part. That is how we are going to promote it, the coordinated effort between the different levels of the government and between the different ministries of the government. Thank you. Thank you very much. With Red Star News, under the background of the global level climate change, there are some of the frequent occurrence of the extreme weather conditions. Recently, we see the tornadoes is sweeping across regions including Hubei and also Jiangsu areas where it is less frequently being witnessed. Do we have any mechanism toward the prediction and controls of such extreme weather conditions? I'm going to direct this question to Dr. Wang Zhihua from the National Bureau of Meteorological Conditions. Thank you very much for your concern for the meteorological natural disaster prevention and mitigation effort. As you have just mentioned, China is one of the largest victims in front of the severe and extreme weather conditions. The frequencies of the natural disaster and the harm it created is accounted for 70% of the natural disasters. Especially under the conditions of the global warming, the natural disasters and extreme weather conditions is creating a larger harm compared with the previous years. And during this time, natural disaster comprehensive risk survey effort, the National Bureau of Meteorological Conditions has undertaken 9 different extreme weather conditions, including the heavy rains, sandstorms, hails, among other different weather conditions. And the wind-related categories, it has covered the extreme storm conditions and also tornadoes. And we have trained our staffs in the areas of the tornadoes. We have organized national-level experts to train all the different governmental institutions in the prevention and mitigations of the tornadoes. So far, we are promoting the effort and we are trying to make some of the pilot projects. The National Natural Disaster Risk Survey is of significance toward our meteorological bureaus. For one part, it can help us to get a clearer picture toward the potential risk areas of all the different natural disasters. On the basis of that, we are going to promote the alarming system of such extreme weather conditions. In the future, we can not only tell you what is the weather going to be like tomorrow, and we are also going to tell you what kind of impact such a weather condition is going to be generated. This is also going to promote the extreme weather condition forecast toward the extreme weather condition preparation effort. This is also going to let the meteorological forecast play at the forefront of the mitigations and preventions of the natural disasters. On the other hand, it is also going to give all the different levels of the governments to build a good mitigation and prevention, construction, and infrastructures. With China Daily, During these times of the surveys and the comprehensive natural disaster risk, what kind of role did we play for the prevention and mitigations of the comprehensive natural disaster risk? Thank you very much for your question. The State Council's National Survey Office has formed a special technical supporting team, and we have done really good progressions. The first one is that we have enhanced the top-level design to make it scientific according to the different separating influencing factors, and also according to the separations for the entities suffered from the national level disaster relief effort, and with a very blur responsibilities for the national and also provincial and all levels of the government. This time's survey is based on the scientific guideline while working together with the international leading requirements. We have formed a content-based and technical-based system. We evaluated the scientific background together with the technological meanings, and we have also worked together with the awareness, and this is also going to help all the different regions to implement such a requirement. Second, we have came up with a very fully fledged technical software system. Under the joint effort of the technical team, we have finished around 100 different surveys, content checkings, and also the data inspection guidelines. We have built up a software system. And during the survey, we are trying to initiate the interactions between the central government and the local government. This is also going to enhance the feasibilities and the practicalities of the software system. Thirdly, we have also worked on the applications of such a software. Our national survey group has worked onto the daily and routinely working of such a natural disaster comprehensive risk evaluation system. Through an overarching layout, we have came up with the mitigation effort, and we are also working in the prevention, prediction, and mitigations under the regular conditions, and we have also working on the logistic, the mutual help under the irregular conditions. With coverage news, the national comprehensive survey is going to be launched across the country. Can you give us a brief introduction toward what we are going to do moving forward? I'm going to answer your question. At the second half of the May, we are going to launch some of the live streaming on the national level television, and we are going to initiate the national level effort. By the end of the year 2022, we are going to finish this national level comprehensive service. The future timeline includes that at the end of this year, we are going to finish the national level natural disaster survey. And we are also going to finish the risk coordination evaluation effort in the 122 different pilot counties. By the end of this year, the year 2021, the provincial government, city level government, and county level government is going to finish the historic record in the 6 different categories of the natural disasters. They are also going to finish the surveys in the public surveying areas, the residential areas, and among other different areas. They should also finish the quality inspection and submissions for the data. Of course, to finish such a daunting task, technical trainings and social initiations is very important. Last Friday, the National Surveying Office from the State Council has upheld important experience exchange meeting at the end of this month. And moving to the next month, the Serving Office of the National State Council is also going to organize online and offline training session. And we are also going to enhance the inspections and coordination efforts at the local government. In the first half of the year 2022, we are going to organize the stakeholders in the industries, provincial level government, city government, and also the county level government, together with the Xinjiang Autonomous Region, to finish the dividing risk effort while launching a comprehensive risk evaluations. That is to say, at the first half of the year 2022, we are going to finish the local government's evaluation and summation effort. At the second half of the year 2022, we are going to finish the regional-based, category-based, comprehensive natural disaster evaluation effort and came up with a national-wide and region-wide coordination effort. And we are going to sum up the experience. Then we are going to build a system, the database system on the national level, to normalize the work in the regional risk factor, in the natural disaster factors, and in the application factors. To sum it in one word, the natural disaster comprehensive risk survey is going to benefit our people and benefit our country. We have all confidence that under the coordinated leaders of the CPC Central Committee and the State Councils, with the support from all walks of life, we are going to finish this national comprehensive survey with high quality, and this is also going to lay a firm foundation for our national ability to prevent and mitigate potential natural disaster. And we are going to contribute our fair shares to protect the general public's lives and also the property. I want to thank all the friends from media for your support. With that, we are going to conclude today's press conference. Thank you.